What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to talk about question 383, ransom note on LeetCode. So, first thing we have to talk about before we actually get into this question is array list. So, what is an array list? It's basically similar to an array, but it's different because one of the key factors of an array in Java is basically you can't alter it. I'm going to put here Java, right? Is you can't alter or like delete or remove or add values in an array. An array list, you can basically do all of that. So you can add values or remove values in array list. And that's actually a really cool part about array list. And another thing we can do with array list is we can actually do contains. There's a method called contains. And what it does is say we have in our array list, we have 1, 2, 3. So this is our array list. Let's just call it array list X for now. So we have array list X, we have 1, 2, 3. If we use the method contains 1, it's gonna check if we have a value 1, okay? And it's gonna return true or false. Contains 2, obviously true, and contains 3, true. But if we do something like contains 4, we just change that into a 4, it's gonna return false. So yeah, so that's the difference between an array list and an array. Basically, array list, and we can add, remove, and use the contains method compared to array where we really can't do that. So if you look back at the question 383, basically it's asking given two strings, ransom note and magazine, return true if ransom note can be constructed by using the letters from magazine. And even it gives us 3 examples, but the example I want you guys to really look at is ransom note and magazine in example 3. In ransom note in example 3, we have lowercase aa. In magazine, we have aab, and our output is true. What we can really get to know in this part is basically if everything in ransom note is in magazine, we're good. However, in example 2, now we're looking at example 2. Sorry for clarity. That is not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. And example 2, in our ransom node has AA. The magazine has AB and it returns false. Because this is correct, because even though it has lowercase a after we delete, so let's just take this to a bigger screen, right? It's so small. Let's say we have this. So obviously, it's going to return false because even though we can delete a right here, we still have an a left. And we don't find an A in magazine, which is going to return false. So the basic idea of why we talked about an array list is we're going to add every single value in magazine into an array list. So let's just say we're going to add every single value in our magazine, and we're going to first check every single value in ransom note, and we're going to delete it in magazine. And if we can't delete it, we're going to return false. So it's going to look something like this. To visually think of it, let's just say we have values 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This can be A, B, C, D, E, but I don't really care. So let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is obviously going to be our maximum. Let's just put M. And our ransom node is going to be R. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to create an array list, which is going to be AL array list. We're going to put every single value in magazine using what? Using a for loop, basically. A for loop doesn't matter, a while loop, for loop. Basically, we just need to put everything here into here, if that makes sense. We're going to put everything here into here. So we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into our array list. And that's really simple. After we put everything in our array list, we're going to remove every value from ransom note. So let's just say in our array list we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. And we're going to check every single value and try to delete one by one in ransom note. So our first value in ransom note is 1. So we go to our array list, we find 1, we're going to remove it. And we go to 2. We go to 2, we find 2 in our array list, we're going to remove that as well. We're going to find 3, and we're going to find 3 here and remove that as well. And we finally get to the end of ransom note. We realize we were able to delete everything successfully, and we're going to return obviously true. let's just showcase something that is not going to go wrong. I mean, is going to go return false. So let's just say magazine, and this time as 1, 2, 3. And our ransom note. Oh, this is too horrible. Even for me, that was too much, man. Okay, let's just draw our ransom note here. For ransom note, let's just say we have 1, 1. Okay. Again, we're going to create our array list. We're going to add all the values in magazine, right? So we're going to put all the values here. 1, 2, 3. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Guys, if you have any questions, please just comment down below. I know it's really hard to sometimes reach out, but me, I just really like talking to you guys. So yeah. And so array list, 1, 2, 3. We add all the magazine values here. And then we're going to try to delete every value in ransom node. Let's do that right now. So we go to 1. We find 1 here. We're going to delete it. We go to the next value and the last value, which is 1. We want to delete it, but we can't find 1 anywhere because we only have 2 and 3. We don't have 1 left. So this is going to return false, right? So the idea is we're going to put everything in array list. We try to delete using this array list, but when we are not able to delete, this is going to return false. If we are able to delete everything, we're going to return true. Okay, let's go straight into the coding. Guys, we're back. Let's talk about the coding part. So basically, as I said before, we're going to create an array list. Let's just call our array list x1. And it's going to be an array list of characters. Character x1, new array list. We just created our array list, and as I said before, we want to put every value in magazine into our array list. That's going to look something like this. Int I equals 0. I is going to go magazine, down length, I plus plus. And x1 dot add, basically x1 dot add using our magazine dot char at I. So if we have something in our magazine that looks like a dog, we're gonna add using char at the char add method. The char add method basically does if we say just for example magazine dot char add 0, it's gonna return B, or char add 1 is gonna return O, and lastly for 2 it's gonna return G. So basically we're adding everything into our x1. And now the juicy part, we're gonna try to delete everything in our using our ransom node. And if we fail to delete, we're gonna return false. So we're gonna have our if statement, and in here we're gonna basically say if we find some type of value, we're gonna delete it, right? So this is gonna have a remove, and inside of our if statement, we're going to check if it contains it in the first place. And if we don't contain it, then we are going to return false because we failed to remove it. So basically what I'm trying to say is up till this point, we created an array list, and we're going to add every value in our magazine, which is going to be A and B. Now we're going to this code right here, and this code, we're basically trying to delete everything. So if we find A, if it contains, we're going to go to A first, and if magazine contains A, we're going to delete it. And if we go to A now, we fail to find it, so we're going to return false. Some of you guys might just be kind of confused, but because I just said magazine in our array list, but on our array list, we basically have the same values as our magazine, so that isn't really a problem. Let's just go to the code. If x1 contains ransom node char at I, and then we're going to remove it. So for removing values, we want to be careful, because if we say we have in our x1 something looking like 1, 2, 3. Let's just say x1 is a integer array list, and we say x1.remove 1. It's not gonna remove this 1 in our array list. It's gonna remove this 2 because it's gonna remove by indices. And the way how we're going to remove by value is using x1.remove character dot value of. Okay, character dot value of, and ransom no char I. It's basically what we're going to look at. So let's just check we have the right amount of, yeah. So this is how you guys want to do it. And finally, we want to return true after all said and done. If we are able to successfully delete everything in our ransom node, let's just say we, in our array list, basically, we're going to have AAB. We wanted to delete A, so we deleted A, and now we deleted A, and now we want to delete another A. So if we were able to delete that, we're going to return true. And for elsewise, we're going to return false. And let's just look at a code real quick. This is a good practice. So even for me, sometimes I make mistakes. I'm pretty sure everything is right here, though. Yeah, I take everything back. For strings, you have to put these brackets here, because for strings, there isn't really a built-in way like arrays. So you always have to do like call a method, dot length. Guys, when you finish your code, it's really good practice to just look through your code one more time before actually doing it. So let's just say for int I equals 0, I equals length, and remove. So everything looks correct here. Let's just hope it works. Let's run it. Everything's gonna go right, and let's run it again, and boom.